Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Beyond the Mat with me, J. Cole Yoga. Today we're talking about LSD. The second time. Woo! So after that first time, it clued into me a few weeks later. After that first time, I was working at a call center, and I remember going to my cousin relative guy there, and I was like, we came up with a name for these things that I was still, in my mind, I was still saying, this is not LSD, this is not acid, this is actually THC crystals compacted down into these little pieces of paper. I still fucking was naively believing that, or wanting to believe that. And so I'm working at this call center, and I'm living in a rooming house with like 4 or 5 other men in this rooming house. And one of the men, incidentally, was a manager at the call center I worked at, which was kind of weird and creepy, but that's got nothing to do with this. And it's a dark basement apartment, old wood paneling, very dark. And the landlord upstairs smoked a ton of hash, so him and I would smoke hash out on the steps out back. He had a beautiful big porch, big balcony, and a barbecue, and a tarp overhanging everything, so that was kind of cool. And yeah, I didn't talk about these things that what I had coined as calling them for secret, like drug slamming on the streets. We called them web pages. And I remember saying like, "Hey man, you got any more web pages?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "Jay, web pages are like, that's a once in a while thing. You don't fucking do that every day. You don't do that every week." And I was like, "Come on, man. Like, I really want some more web pages. Like, it's just me here by myself. Like, I'm not gonna take too many or whatever, and it's gonna be fun." And he was like, "Fuck, all right." So he finds me 3 hits. 3 to 6 hits of acid. Brings it over, gives it to me. I paid him for it. He's on his way. I put them in a little box and stored them away. And so I'm working at a call center. This is the best thing ever. This isn't even I guess this is my second time. This is my second time trying it. So maybe I'll do a third video. Third time's a charm here. I'm going into work, and before I would go into work, I lived literally 2 blocks from the call center, and it was high pressure sales. We were selling life insurance over the phone to people who already had life insurance plans, and it was Sears life insurance. And we would call up these old ladies, and they were like, "Oh, Frankie, it's Sears life insurance. They're calling with some better rates." And like, we didn't have better rates. There were fucking way worse rates and way worse plans. And we would talk to all these old people and just convince them, and like all they had to do was say the word yes once, and I gotcha, sucker, you're on recording saying yes, motherfucker, I got a sale, woo, and I get to keep my job for another day. So you know, we had a quota, we had so many jobs, and we had so many sales we had to get before we would get fucking thrown out the back door at this place. And I really did not want to go back and live with my parents. I was at this kind of point in my life. Me and that girl had broken up, so I went and lived with my dad for a month. And I had enough of living with my dad for a month in the forest, and I fucking went back to Moncton, back to the big city, and, you know, jumped back into life, back into the worker's grind, the slaving away. And, yeah, so here I am living in this boarding house, and I take the hit of acid, and I cut it into little slivers, into thirds, I guess. Thirds or fourths, maybe, quarters. Yeah, quarters probably. And I eat like a quarter of a hit. My sales were down in the fucking tubes up until this point, and I went to work, and I sat down, and something about microdosing, that little bit of LSD, it opened up charisma and charm. It took away all the inhibitions that I had. It took away all this weird shit I had pent up about, like, well, what do these people think? And like, oh, I can't do that, and like, I can't go through with the sale. Like, I felt bad. There was something like in my chest that just like felt weird and wrong about what I was doing. But I mean, I needed the money, and then this acid allowed me to just like ignore all that, put all of that aside, and just fucking go for it. Go for the sale, man. Do the thing. Talk to the people next to you. I didn't talk to anyone around me, and all of a sudden I'm like chatting up a storm. Oh wow, Jay's actually a nice, likable, chattable guy. Oh hey, I didn't know that myself. I was just very... Woo, and we're back. Lots of card issues today. This time the card was out of memory. So right back to where I was. I was a recluse, very introverted. I didn't really talk to anyone, very shy, very quiet. I would just kind of keep my head down, go in, try and do my job, blah, 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 on the phone, get out. Yeah, we actually had things that we had to like hang on to and talk sometimes. The old receivers. So here I am on this beautiful sunny day, bright, shiny, everything was just glowing. I had all this vitality and love coming from me. Everything was great, and I had the highest sales that I had ever had at that job up to that point. And the boss came, commended me. They gave me like a little plaque and everything for the most improved new guy kind of thing, and pats on the back and shake my hand, and meeting with the managers. Oh, what are you doing different? And like, ate some fucking web pages. I didn't say anything like that, but you know. So through the next like couple days, I didn't do it the next day, because the next day I woke up and I still felt inside my heart, inside, I felt like joy, and I felt this passion about life, and I felt open and just ready to talk and ready to be a part, ready to be a person, and ready to be a part of this world, this community. And you know, so now I'm like, hey Bob, how's it going? Yeah, I love you. Hey Sal, you got a new dress? Oh, I love your shoes, new haircut. Oh. And you know, laughing and joking and going on with people like that, which I had never done before, and it was so weird and foreign to me. And here I am, just being this extroverted, outward, happy guy, and la 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 la, you know. And things are starting to work, and like now I've made like 4 or 5 friends at work in my little area that we sat in, and now I got the girls laughing, I got some guys laughing and interested, and made a friend and everything. A friend who is like still a friend to this day, like one of my longest friends in life. And that was it. I didn't need it the second day. And again, I got fucking top sales again. It was great. And then the third day comes around, and I ate another one, and it didn't work. Now, mind you, I had the hit cut into quarters, so it's a quarter of a hit, and I ate that quarter on this day. So I'd skipped a day. This is the third day, taking it, gone into work, fuck, nothing. So I go home at lunchtime, because I lived a block away, so I would eat my lunch at home. I go home at lunchtime, and I was like, maybe I should take another one. And so I had taken another one that I had cut into thirds, only I had cut the third like a little too big on one side, and I ate that big one. I was like, I bet if I eat that big one, I'll get even better sales. So I ate that big one, and I go into work, and it's not really working. And then all of a sudden, it fucking hit me. Now, we're going to flash back here. This is the early 2000s. This is year 2000, not even 2001. This is Y2K, baby, Y2K. And we had these old-ass computer monitors that had a black screen with orange text. There was no graphics. There was no bits or bytes. There's none of that shit. Just orange text. That's all you had to read off. Black screen, orange text all day. That's where your scripts were for what you say on the phone. So I'm sitting there, and bing, and then the ding comes on, and that lets you know that someone's there. And I'm like, hi, this is Jay from Sears Life Insurance, and I just wanted to call and offer you. And I had that much memorized of my script, and then I would turn to look at the screen, and when I looked at the screen, all the little orange letters looked like alien type, and were squiggly and moving and alive and dancing around on the screen. And I looked around, and the walls were doing that too, moving and twisting and bending. And I looked down at the carpet, and the carpet was going. I just got up out of my seat, and I ran over to my supervisor, and I just said, I don't feel good, I gotta go. And I ran out the door, and I didn't even take like anything. I left my coat there, I left my book bag there, I left my computer running, I left all my notes, I left everything sitting at this desk. Everything's just open and running, and calls are still coming through. Ding, hello, anybody there? Hello. And I fucking ran home, get home, don't have my key, because I don't have my book bag, because I don't have my coat, because I don't have anything, because it's all still there at work. So I had to like fucking run back to work, slide in through the back door, go in through the back aisle, gather up my shit, don't let the boss see me, and slide back out and get home, unlock the door, get into where it was safe. And then I just kind of like laid there in my bed, and everything in the room just got all weird and trippy. And then after that, I didn't really like web pages anymore, so I just took the few little slivers that I had left and I threw them in the garbage. And I didn't try it again until another 2 years after that. And this is the time that I really wanted to talk about. This was the mind-expanding, opening, epiphany, the full-blown experience of what it should be, what it could have been, what it should be for everyone, if the set and setting is right, and you're not taking fucking drugs at work. So, next time on the show, maybe a few times later, I don't know when I'm going to release these, whoever knows. Coming up soon on Beyond the Mat, Jay takes acid for the 3rd time and finally breaks through to the other side. That's it for today. If you like these videos, please subscribe. If you want to donate, donate to the Patreon link. I don't know where it is, here or here. That's it. You can like my Facebook page. You can be my friend on Facebook. My name is Jason Cole. You'll see my little yoga logo, the one from that corner or that corner, wherever it is. And yeah, I'll be your friend until you piss me off, and then I can unfollow you. Ding!